there was kids where I was like, you smell like pee.
I can't get chicks anymore.
Stop listening to other men about what women want.
Hello and welcome to Nick and Kristen in the podcast. I'm Nick, that's Kristen, and we're going to find out today what women really want from men. And I'll tell you the story that I was supposed to tell you in the last episode about the snotty kid that I didn't want my kid to be friends with. First, Kristen, you said you saw a survey that shows what women want.
Yeah.
And so let me get my note. Hold on. Let me get my notepad.
Okay. It's going to be really simple.
Are you sure? Hold
yeah.
on
It's something really easy to
Star Wars
understand.
notepad? Is that what it is?
I don't know about all that. But while you're getting all this together, I would like to remind you that we're brought to you by the Clark County Trash Pandas, where community, passion, and professional basketball come together. Season tickets go on sale in October. The games happen in March. Nick's going to be the official DJ. How many opportunities do you have to see a professional basketball team being put together and like from the ground up?
Yeah.
Follow the whole journey on Facebook. It's very cool to watch.
Make sure you like them and then go check out ClarkCountyTrashPandas.com. They got merch there. It's cool.
Okay.
All right. I got my lightsaber pen. I got my Star Wars book. I'm ready to take notes.
So there's this really interesting thing that's happening. So this kind of goes a little deep. So you can hold off. I'll tell you when to take notes. But there's this whole manosphere thing, right?
I've heard of the manosphere.
The guys talking to the guys about what women want and what guys should do to attract women. And it's been catching on like wildfire. And there's this also thing about looks maxing.
Looks
maxing.
I'm past all this phase now. So like, I first of all have a wife that I'm very happy with, and now I'm too old for the
looks maxing.
I can't get chicks anymore. Like I get women now.
So the looks maxing thing is like how to appear like an alpha, how to bulk up your body so that you look like a protector and a provider and all this kind of stuff. Okay. Well, they did this whole survey and they showed men pictures of men, they showed women pictures of men, and it's hilarious how off we are. So men were looking at pictures of men, and they were supposed to rank the attractiveness of the men in front of them. Okay. And they picked all the guys with facial hair that had big muscles, the guys that looked buff and tough and rough and tumble.
Classic, The Rock or Captain
Arnold
America.
Schwarzenegger, those kinds of things. Yeah. All the girls picked guys that looked like they could be in boy K-pop idol like bands. Aww. Very feminine, well-shaven faces, like floppy kind of hair, like very Justin Bieber in his heyday kind of thing. Not that he's not in his heyday, but but he's all tattooed up now. Like the original, like 16, 17-year-old Justin Bieber, right?
Yeah, he was 12. But
I know, but I don't want to say 12 because nobody thought any.
That's when the hair was there.
No grown woman thought Justin Bieber was sexy at 12. But like, I'm talking like, when he was not 16, 17, but you know what I mean, like 20. Yeah. But so they went back into the history of film, and they showed how this is 100% true almost all the time. So if a movie is being marketed to a man, they hire big masculine people to be the main stars.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator.
If they're marketing to women, they hire like feminine looking men.
Hugh Grant.
But one of their big things was Titanic. Like when you think of Titanic,
that's a good point.
And Jack Rose as like a young Leonardo DiCaprio, the guy looked like he couldn't grow a lick of facial hair. He wasn't buff, no rough and tumble, very feminine, floppy, beautiful eyes, that kind of thing.
I thought that was the style in the 90s, but
right?
Yeah.
They were like, look how cool Keanu Reeves looks as John Wick. But look at all the like rom-coms that he did back in the day. Very soft face, very gentle looking. Ryan Gosling, like very gentle looking in the Notebook, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but he had the body to back it up for that.
No, he did not. Not in the Notebook.
No, he was ripped.
But he was thin. He wasn't
Arnold, right? Yeah,
like he wasn't what guys think men need to look like.
That's a good point.
And so they showed these pictures to women. All the women picked out these looking men. More feminine looking men, no facial hair, no tattoos, no bulk. And they proved this as like, guys, stop listening to other men about what women want. Because when it comes to what men think is sexy, or what they think women think is sexy, they're dead wrong.
Well, I'm curious about this because there are women that find that attractive. What's the phase in which that switches? Because growing up as a guy that was neither one of these things, like I wasn't feminine or buff, I was just like a nerd. you see the hot girl that you're like, that girl is like a 10. Go with the douchey looking buff guy at 23 from the club. You know what I mean? Like, is that, at what point did they realize that that's not what they want? Like, did they survey 22-year-old women, or did they survey like women that have grown up and realized like, no, I don't need some just pretty boy.
They surveyed all ages.
Like, okay.
Now, everybody's allowed to have a preference.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody's allowed to.
We always see, as men, we see all the hot guys.
But you probably didn't notice the guy that went home that looked a little, you're looking at the one that goes,
we're at the club.
Oh, man, like, I wish I looked like that guy. Look, he's taking the good girl home. Yeah. But, like, there was other 10s being taken home by probably more feminine-looking men. You just didn't notice them.
Maybe, well, they probably weren't at the club because...
They probably weren't at the club because they're in a serious relationship. They went out to dinner with their girls, you know?
Or, they took them out to a date.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
So they're saying, like,
interesting.
Do not listen to these podcasters that are like, you got to bulk up, man. Like, you got to get strong. It's like, women don't want that. Or the majority of women don't want that.
Like, I still, I have an instinct. I don't want to be huge, but I want to be like buff so that I look intimidating, although I'm 5'6".
Why though?
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
Who are you planning on intimidating?
Nobody. I just want people to like, and then.
So like, what are you trying to prove?
Well, clearly nothing.
Well, no, I'm just. But I'm asking as like a actual question here.
Well,
like
I
this idea of feeling
like,
intimidating. Do you feel like you're under attack?
No.
Do you feel unsafe when you're walking on the street?
No. I just like it's to ward off other guys.
From
like,
who?
It's like from all the other guys to protect my lady. But mostly I just want to see what I just want to see what I would look like buff. Like I feel like
you've been buff before.
I feel like I would be proud of my figure. Like if I had muscles and like had abs and stuff like I'd be proud of that. Although it's a bitch to maintain.
Well, that's the thing
is like,
is this something that you want out of your life? Because you're gonna have to spend 4 hours in the gym every day.
I feel like at some point in my life, like I've told you this a couple times, like I'm getting to the age now where I will no longer be able to look like that.
No.
So, and I've referenced it. I'm not going to say who I've based it on my whole life because he's a dick now. So Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
Like Ryan Reynolds has had a good body for years. And you're just like.
Terrible personality.
Even as a dude, like you see him, you're like, damn, that guy's got a nice ass body. And so that's what I would like to achieve at one point. Like give my body just a chance to look like that and go, hey. I look like that for a second.
But the thing is, Ryan Reynolds doesn't look like that.
No, I know.
He looked like that in one movie.
I know, yeah.
You know what I mean? Where he had trainers and he was dehydrated and he was eating $500 calories of just pure protein. Like he doesn't look like Ryan Reynolds.
I'm sure he was miserable. Yeah. But it's I don't know what it is, I guess. Probably because we've been trained to feel that way. But
but know that
I wanted to just look like that once before I die. And like I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I just want to see what I would look like thin with abs.
Yeah.
And go, hey, and then just lose them immediately. Because like that's not the life I want to live.
Right.
But I don't know. But AI can do it now. So maybe I'll just have AI.
Put yourself in an AI, see if you even like what you look like.
I know, right? I mean,
move on with your life.
What if I like it though?
I know,
what if you like
ask
it?
me if I like it.
What if I show you and you're like,
I'm like, my God, like that guy looks great.
Yeah. How many sit-ups do you think you have to do?
But that's the thing is, like, I've never been attracted to abs.
Yeah.
Like, I look back on, like, previous boyfriends and stuff, and I'm like, like, I've always ended up with this, not the softer looking, like, they've all looked like men, but, like, nobody was ever this, like, hulking
action figure.
Yeah. It's like, no, I've always wanted to be with the person that was, like, not inner beauty,
had a personality.
Had a personality that made me laugh, those kinds of things. And but we're always attractive, but like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to tiptoe around.
What do you think I'm trying to tiptoe?
That I'm attractive and that even though I don't have a good body, that I have a good personality.
But if it was all about abs, I wouldn't be here.
Clearly.
You know what I mean? Because those other characteristics wouldn't have been important to me.
Yeah. And I'm glad that those characteristics were more because those I feel like I have a little bit.
Because abs fade, humor doesn't, intelligence doesn't. I mean, it could, but
put that on a shirt.
Yeah, it has freedom.
Abs fade, but humor don't.
Yeah.
Okay. I encountered a child that befriended my child, and I was disgusted.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this, and I'm not trying to judge other people, but like clearly, I was getting I was out. I don't know if this person knows who I am.
No,
so
don't just be specific.
We were out somewhere
specific.
hanging out, and they overheard that we were playing Pokemon. And the guy turns to his daughter and says, "Hey, they're playing Pokemon." And she immediately jumps up and she's like, "You play Pokemon?" And she had like snot running down her nose, and she was twirling a Band-Aid in her hand. She looked dirty. Her clothes looked dirty, and she like Lily becomes friends with everybody, which is our daughter. So they and she doesn't judge people like I do. So they became besties immediately. They were sitting next to each other. She's touching all her stuff. And I'm just like, ew, like gross.
Look, I'm a germaphobe. When it comes to kids and Band-Aids and all that kind of stuff, it's gross. But kids inherently are gross.
Yeah.
And so you are being kind of judgmental here. And I'm saying
I know my kid's gross too, but I clean that up. So I can't clean that kid up.
Right. So, but why are you judging this child? You have zero idea what this child's life is like.
I agree.
They might have just come from the park where they were rough and tumbling it, and that's why she was dirty.
That's
it doesn't
true.
necessarily...
I'm not saying anything about her family or anything like that. I just, from the snot hanging on the nose at the age that she was, immediately tells me okay, there's not an importance on cleanliness here. So then what are the odds that her hands have been washed today? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's I ended up, because she got a little too close. I was like, hey, why don't we get separate and kind of do our own thing?
Well, because you were also explaining that she was touching Lily's iPad.
Yeah, she was all up on stuff.
And you were kind of
hey, coughing and sneezing. I'm like, all right.
She might have been sick.
I'm like, let's And I could see I might have hurt the kids' feelings. But
what did you say?
Well, I was like, hey, you're invading our personal space. It's very much
let's not burst our bubbles.
Give us some space, okay. And
but
then
that's fine.
And very much what are you doing with that Band-Aid? Are we gonna put that on? Or are we gonna throw that away? Where's the?
Can
cut?
I ask about the Band-Aid, young child?
There's a Band-Aid that you're fiddling with, and it could have been a fidget. It was a Band-Aid. It was,
but was it a reused Band-Aid?
It was. Yes,
what I'm
she kept
asking.
trying to put it back on. It kept coming off. That she's just holding it, putting it back on. I'm just oh god.
Do you think it was the parents' responsibility to step in? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Well, I think that, I could see that he tuned out. He was like, all right, it seems like you guys are fine. And
you'll watch her, my kid.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was very much oh, we're all playing Pokemon together now? Okay. So, yeah. And then there was she's very much we should be friends afterward. And Lily's like, yeah, we should get your number. And I was like, nope, you guys are friends on Pokemon. We're good. Just make sure you send each other messages. And I was like, bye. Lily didn't notice, but I very much stiff armed the friendship.
I think that was, I don't know. I wouldn't have exchanged numbers with this person because they live about 40 to 50 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
And just out of pure convenience, I would be like, nah, we're not going to do that because I don't want you guys thinking they're going to hang out because I'm certainly not driving over here.
And I didn't want to be her only friend. And then Lily would have another friend to talk to. And I'm just like, no, we're just not going to, I don't want to explore this. I don't want to explore it.
Is that your call to make, I guess?
I think so. I think it was.
At this age? Well, there's been times where it's Lily will want a play date with somebody that's not being a good friend.
Yeah. There's a lot of in her class.
There's been people that she's come home with and she's been crying and she feels like we're bullying her, that said mean things to her. There was one kid that, and Lily could be making this up, but she said to Lily, if you invite me to your birthday party, I'm going to do everything I can to ruin it.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, we got to make sure. And not in the same breath, but in a different conversation, she's like, oh, I would definitely want this person at my birthday. And I said, even though they said they would ruin it, I said, is that what a friend is? And so those are the people that I'm like, yeah, we're not going to set up play dates with them.
Yeah, well, she thinks they're besties. And so that's what's hard. And so she was starting to make plans to please this person for her birthday. And I was like,
yeah, she was like, well, we'll do this because so-and-so would come or they would like it. And I'm like, no, we're not planning things around.
It's not how we're rolling.
But I mean, it's this is those crucial social ages where they start making compromises and start becoming little parrots of each other. And that has to happen. That's developmentally appropriate. It's just is it, I understand
can shut down the dumb one or the rude ones, right?
Yes, I would imagine that shutting down the people that are not going to be good friends to my child, that are going to emotionally hurt my child, is not within the realm of my parental responsibility.
Yeah,
the kid that has snot coming down their nose, if they get together like that. I mean, how often can snot be running down our nose? I mean, look, I'm not happy with it either.
Yeah.
But I volunteered every Friday in my kids' school, and 51% of them had snot or something coming out of their nose at any given moment. This isn't a new thing.
It's not, but then those 51% are divided into the level.
I think you guys can't be friends. Narrowing the pool a little bit too much.
If she only gets 2 friends out of this, but we chose them to be good friends, then I think we're going to be
There was kids where I was like, you smell like pee.
Yeah.
There was kids where I I'm like, have you brushed your teeth in any day of this week?
And that's not their fault, I don't think. Most of the time.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like if you start eliminating kids because of them being gross, guess what? Kids are gross.
I know, but you need to be at this age.
Ew. You don't get to be gross around my kid.
I just need you to get it together to this level. Like, I don't need you up here. Just like,
and then when Lily's knuckle deep in your nose, you're like, she's a precious angel.
No, I tell her she's gross.
She would never do anything
I
gross.
shame her. I say, hey, quit being gross.
I know.
And so someone needs to shame these kids. But yeah, and I thought about this, I guess it was earlier today, where like she's going to grow up to be 15, 16. And do I get to step in and tell her who she can't be friends with at 15? Where like if she starts being friends with some person that's going to drag her down a path that I don't want her to go, you have to fight the instinct as a parent to be like, hey, you have to stay in and avoid them because it's obviously going to push them the other way.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm not even close to ready for that kind of problem.
It's a hard conversation. But I mean, there's some groundwork that needed to happen before that conversation. I think we're putting in that foundation now. We're talking about what qualities make up a good friend, what we want friends to feel like.
Well, we all have that one friend and when we were kids that we hung out with and then we did stuff we didn't want to do because they were cool. And you're like, all right, I guess I'll.
And we also learned something about ourselves.
Yeah.
And we didn't end up on the streets or anything. So at some point we decided that this person was not somebody to hang out with. And that's something that they have to learn on their own.
I know, but there's kids that don't learn that. And then they end up
But I would fight with that the foundation maybe wasn't set.
Maybe it's true. Yeah. There's like parents you hear about that are like doctors and they have this kid that they raised really well. And at 25, she decides to go crazy and like go off and start like a life of drugs. And you're like, assuming they put the foundation in there, right? Like they're caring parents. Like can that just happen to any kid now? Or I don't know. Like I don't know what to do.
The therapist in me is saying no.
No, okay.
No, okay. It doesn't. Yes, could always be something, but normally people don't just start like nasty drug habits like at 32. Like normally there's an inciting.
I know. I just like, especially we had the addiction talk the other day on the podcast, and I'm like, I just don't want her to try something and then like have it spiral.
I know, of course not.
And it's like, what do you do? Like, do I put her in rehab?
Is getting very deep.
Do I? I know. Like I'm just so worried about that era because like.
Right.
I don't know, it's gonna be hell.
Yeah, but I mean,
because like on some level you gotta let them like fail.
Yeah,
and like that sucks. I don't want to. So
I mean, I have that conversation daily with some of my clients that are parents. It's like you can't take away their power. You have to let them be adults, especially if they are adults. And this is how you teach people confidence, where you let them fail and they figure it out, and they have to. And it's hard as heck to watch your kid go through it. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's not your life anymore.
Yeah. So for now, I'm just going to stiff arm the snotty
now
kids.
Now the snotty-nosed kids can't come
around.
around.
You're snot kid, you stink. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Weigh in on the comments. We'd appreciate it. And then we'll see you on the next podcast. Oh, we got top 5 next time.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to come
up
with some weird top 5s. Do you have any suggestions for what you want a top 5 on? Drop that in the comments, too. All right. Bye.